and so they take you to the refugee camp. I can't go to the camp, understand? I can't go there.
You need a roof over your head, and you don't have anywhere to go.
I used to, but it doesn't exist anymore. I owned an apartment a few blocks from here. The block was badly damaged by the Great Wave, but it was still standing.
And what happened to your home?
This morning we had to evacuate the area in a hurry. We ran out in the streets with whatever we had on. Apparently, the foundation was starting to crumble. And a few hours later, all that was left of my home was a pile of smoking rubble, with 40 years of memories buried beneath it. But I can't let them take me to the camp. I need to get into another house before the curfew. Please, help me.
Okay, give me those bolt cutters. I'll see what I can do.
This house is empty, but the army has sealed it off. If I can just get this padlock off before curfew, I'll be safe. I need to get in here. But please, don't make too much noise. If the soldiers find us, they won't hesitate to kill us.
Impossible. I'm sorry. I can't do anything with this.
I need to get in there. I need to get in.
I'm looking for a place. Something like a pharmaceutical warehouse. Would you know anything about that?
I don't really know. There's a small medical center just outside the city limits. I suppose you mean that, right? They built it in a hurry, just knocked it together, after the Great Wave. No one really knows what it's for, but there are vehicles going in and out of the place all the time. Whatever they're doing in there, they're keeping it very secret. Not even my daughter would tell me what goes on inside.
Did you say your daughter?
Yes, my daughter. My little Uma. She works there as a nurse. I'm afraid she left me. I suppose she got tired of living with a frail, sick old man like me. Because one day she simply left the house, and I haven't seen her since. It's been months now. I think she was right to leave me. These times are hard enough. You don't want to burn yourself with someone like me.
I'm sorry. I can't help you.
Help me, please.
Send us a sign, Lord. We need a sign from you.
Hey, wait a minute. I know that voice.
Are we guilty of arousing your rage? Did we do it? Speak with your tongue of fire, Lord. Purge us with unrelenting justice. Send us a sign. Is this our doing? Are you punishing us for our arrogance? Unleash your thunderous voice, Lord. Release us from this intolerable uncertainty. Did we do it? Send us a sign.
I'm getting a strong impression that man's a fanatic and a little bit deranged. But his sermon made me curious. What could he mean by, we did it?
The thunderous voice of your angels through the gash. That is your sign.
Good idea. I can try to remove the damp earth with these shards of glass. I've managed to excavate a little bit, but these shards of glass are too small and blunt. Maybe I need something bigger that cuts better to make a decent hole.
Illuminate us with your fiery voice, Lord.
I think the man hanging in that cross has already had his share of nails. Let's see. If I wedge one of the ends of the plank under the statue's pedestal, the other part will rest directly on the base of the toppled column.
We're waiting, Lord. Did we do it? Illuminate us. Send us a sign with your just and vengeful arm. Is this our fault? Listen! It's the fiery breath of God. The Lord has sent us his sign. And I was right. It is all our fault. We did it, and we have aroused his fury.
But what the hell's going on here?
No, that's the sign. Forgive us, Lord. Forgive us. Repent, all ye sinners.
It's the atmospheric phenomenon I've been hearing so much about. That infernal sound coming from the crack in the sky. It's terrifying.
That is the sign. We did it. Forgive us, Lord. Forgive us. My children, God has spoken to us with his darkest voice. Haven't you heard him? But there's still time. All is not lost. We still have time. Salvation lies in the place where it all began, in the ruins, at the source. We must return to the ruins of the temple. We must return. We must.
Well, look at that. Next to this enormous hunk of glass, the colored glass shards I picked up earlier look ridiculous. I'd better get rid of them. I'll do this very carefully, so that the glass doesn't break in two. Perfect. The hole I've dug is big enough to get to the other side of the fence. Good God. There are dozens, hundreds of corpses hanging from the branches. What could have drawn all these people here? What kind of pain? What kind of desperation brought them here? These are the corpses of ordinary people who were living their ordinary lives in their ordinary little worlds up to a very short time ago. Could any of them have imagined meeting an end like this back then? Forgotten and nameless, swaying in the breeze like marionettes. And all those savages in uniforms did was close the park. They didn't even bother to cut their bodies down from the trees. I'm afraid that tonight, there are too many dark stars to count in Suicide Park. Forget it. They would make a pretty gruesome piñata. Maybe with the help of the crowbar, I can get the subway sign off the wall. But the subway sign is broken in two. What's happening? What is this? What the hell's going on here? Good God. I think I'm starting to lose my mind. I could lasso it, like in the westerns. But even so, I'm sure that these goons would realize that the generator was missing right away. Okay, let's see if I can open this. Got it. Let's see. I'm sure that if I tug on it a little... Good. The upholstery came off along with one of the elastic bands that was holding it to the seat. As dead as that tree is, it still looks strong enough to tie the rope to. Before I go down, I'll leave the heavy stuff here, in case the rope doesn't support my weight. Underneath the surface, there must be many more of these stone things I see sticking out of the water. No doubt they're the remains of a structure that sank here. It seems like a small fragment of one of them is loose. I'll get my stuff. This quilted fabric fits the size of the window perfectly. First, I'll take down this advertising poster. Okay, let's try this. And let's cross our fingers that the seat cover absorbs the noise of the breaking glass. If the soldiers next door find me, they'll blow my head off without bothering to ask questions.
You've done it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm safe now. God bless you, stranger. You saved my life.
Take care of yourself, old man. And I don't have to tell you, don't open the door to strangers. Frankly, I don't think that this is the sign Reverend Blake was talking about so fervently. The head of the lion above the flames. I think this must be yours.
The head of the lion! The head of the lion above the flames! The ruins of the temple still exist. Salvation is still possible. We can prevent it. We can still prevent it. Don't you understand? The annihilation of time. The wrath of God for our arrogance. There's still time. I have to return to the ruins of the temple. I have to go back to the ruins of the temple.
Wait a minute! Whew. There's no question in my mind, this man is a complete lunatic. I could toss it, but I doubt if those dogs are going to pick it up and return it to me. I'm afraid these beasts belong to a species that's somewhat harder to domesticate. So, let's see. I just made a primitive homemade slingshot.
Hello, Michael.
Hi, kids.
We got Mom out of the house. Now what about that reward?
Yes, I think I have something you might like. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. They're just kids, and this could get them into trouble. I know perfectly well what they're going to use it for, but their aim is amazing. And a little commotion on the camp fence could be a good thing for everyone. Besides, they want to do something for their father, and those pigs at the gate deserve a surprise.
What is it, Michael? Tell us, what is it?
I know it's something you're really going to like. Here you go. It's a slingshot.
It's a slingshot!
Thank you, Michael. With this, we'll be able to hit the watchtowers.
Come on, let's try it.
That'll teach you, pigs.
Attention, all units in Sector 12. Report immediately to the North Watchtower. I repeat, report immediately to the North Watchtower.
What's going on? I don't know. It must be something serious. Come on, let's go.
You hit him!
Haha, yes.
So what do we do now?
I don't know. We've got to get out of here. Quickly, run!
I better take this with me. Wait a minute. That guy is... the suicide victim who was hanging from this tree. No, don't do it, please!
No! Good God! I saw him hang himself!
The trees and bushes are so close together here that I can hardly push the branches to one side with my hands. The thorns in these bushes are jabbing into me like metal spikes. I'm not going to be able to open up a path this way. Let's see what's on the other side of this hedge.
No! Please! These visions! My head!
You won't get any of his things. I won't allow it. Do you hear me?
Michael, is that you? Thank God we found you. It's me, Chris. Don't you recognize me? But there is a solution, Michael. All is not lost. There is still a possibility of salvation for us. For each and every one of us.
You have to stop this, Michael. You have to quit.
I can't do it.
It's destroying us, don't you see? It's killing us.
It's that demon inside me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
These visions are getting more intense all the time. The pain is unbearable. Who's Chris? Salvation is still possible, he said. Could that be true? And once again, that female voice that's been haunting me since I woke up. Who is she? Why was she so distressed? What the hell happened to us? Or is going to happen to us? Okay, I'll wear the gloves to cut the electrified wire. Perfect. Let's see what's down here. It's a trapdoor, and it looks like it hasn't been used in a long, long time.
What is this place? Where the devil am I? It seems like the small building at the ground level is just camouflage. The most important part is here underground. Are all of them dissolved? How many patients can there be packed in here? Dozens? Hundreds? This is horrible!
Let's see if this grate can be removed. Perfect. It looks like this hole leads to a passageway on the other side. There's a bunch of papers stuck to the door of the closet. There seems to be some type of bureaucratic form among them. I'd rather use a key to open this case, but I'm a bit short on time, so...
Who is it? Who's there?
Oh, excuse me,
What are you doing here? Have you come to steal something? Take one more step and I'll call the soldiers.
No, wait, please, don't do that.
Security, this is Nurse Uma Grundy. I need you to come right away.
No, wait! Wait a minute. Did you say Uma? Nurse Uma?
Yes, that's my name.
Wait, please don't turn me in. I know your father. I saved his life just a few hours ago. They were going to deport him to the refugee camp, but I was able to stop it.
My God, did you say my father? Tell me, how is he? Has anything happened to him?
Don't worry, Uma. He's safe. He told me about you and your work in this place. He was worried. He'll want to know that you're all right. Wait, please don't turn me in.
This is Nurse Uma Grundy. It turned out to be a false alarm. You don't have to come, thank you.
Thank you, Uma. You did the right thing. My name is Michael.
But now you should explain why you burst in here like that. What are you looking for, Michael?
I came to get medicine. I need a cure for the dissolved.
Cure? There's no such thing. You won't find it here or anywhere else. The authorities distributed a memo among the medical staff months ago. I'm sure you can still find a copy of it around here somewhere. It told us that they've definitely abandoned the search for a medicine. You made a mistake risking your life to get in here. The only thing we store here is pain. This place is a tomb for those poor infected devils, but also for the people who work here. I'm sorry, Michael. The dissolved are condemned to death.
No, that can't be. There has to be a solution. A cure. Oh, man. Poor Rod. Poor Colin.
I should be going now.
Talk to my father, Michael. Tell him that I'm all right, that he shouldn't worry, that we'll be seeing each other soon. Very soon.
Let's see. Inside, I only see dust and old papers, and a tiny key. Let's see if it's the key to this closet. Bingo! According to one of the cleanup brigade's forums, this is the device they use to navigate during their raids. Sort of like an electronic map. It looks like some satellites are actually still working after the Great Wave. Something I could easily confirm if this contraption had batteries in it. Their corpses deserve a decent burial, not to be put in a dirty, used plastic bag. This street is even more desolate and silent than it was before. I guess while I was in the subterranean hospital for the dissolved, the soldiers called the curfew.
What are you doing out here, ma'am? What's the matter?
It's my brother. He's disappeared. We don't know where he is.
What do you mean he's disappeared?
Well, we haven't seen him since he spoke to you, since he ran out of the church. We've been searching for him for hours and can't find him anywhere.
And you don't have any idea where he might have gone?
No, he simply ran out of the door, completely out of control. I've never seen him so upset, and we haven't heard anything from him since. I just know that something terrible has happened to him. My brother is very sick and he shouldn't be out there alone and unprotected. I fear the worst.
Calm down. There's no reason to think that anything has happened to him.
I have a feeling that something awful has happened. I'm sure of it. Besides, the soldiers have already called the curfew. If they find him on the street alone and lost, in his condition, my brother is a very beloved and respected person. But those beasts don't care who he is.
I understand.
We have to get off the street. Please, if you see my brother, tell him to come home. Tell him we're waiting for him.
Of course. I'll do that.
The camp is closed, Rat. Get away from the gate.
But I have to come in. It's urgent. What happened?
There's no understanding you worms. Always wanting to get out of here. Once you're outside, you're dying to get back in. One of our soldiers was killed, and the camp will remain closed until the matter is cleared up. So take a hike.
There was an attack?
Yes. Someone hit one of the sentries in the watchtowers with a rock and made him fall out. He was killed instantly. Luckily, it seems there was a witness who saw the perpetrators launch the projectile, and they have been detained. But we never trust the testimony of a rat, so we're waiting for the criminals to confess, or for the murder weapon to turn up.
I don't think it's going to take very long to get the truth out of these kids. Or to find the weapon they used to commit the crime.
Good God. What have I done? I knew I shouldn't have gotten them mixed up in this. But they're just a couple of scared kids. Don't you see that? What are you planning on doing with them?
Killing an official is punishable by death, and martial law is quite clear in this respect. They acted as adults, and they will pay for their actions as adults. As soon as they confess, or we find the weapon they used to commit the crime, we'll take care of matters. Do you have a problem with the law being enforced?
You're nothing but a gang of warped psychopathic pigs.
One more word and I'll blow your head off right now, bastard. I couldn't care less what privileges that bracelet might give you. Get out of my sight.
Those pigs are gonna kill the boys, and it'll be my fault. I'll be responsible for their deaths. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, and fast. But what? Before I go down, I'll leave the heavy stuff here, in case the rope doesn't support my weight. Jesus! It's the corpse of Reverend Blake! His neck is broken. In his delirium, he must not have seen the rope I left tied around the tree, and must have fallen from the top when he was trying to get down here. But what the hell was he looking for here? Damn it. If I don't prevent it, those bastards in uniform are going to execute the boys. For God's sake, I have to think of some way to save them, and I have to do it now. Let's see what's in here. Good idea. I could use Reverend Blake as a scapegoat to protect those children. On the other hand, him being one of the most famous and respected men in the city, I doubt anyone would believe my story if I accused him of attacking the sentry in the tower. This is gonna be hard. Very hard. But those children are innocents in all this. And those ruthless savages are about to kill them in cold blood. I have no other choice. God damn it! Had the visions again! Not now. I have to do this. I've got to do this.
My lord, this has to end.
I can't help it. It's that demon. You know I can't help it.
Please, Michael. Please. Make it stop.
Yes. That tiny cowardly demon. I remember. Digging its claws into your soul like a jagged piece of glass. Whispering in your ear that what you're doing is right. Because nobody has the authority to tell you otherwise. I remember it. I remember. I can smell it, feel it, touch it.
No, please, don't do it! No!
That cowardly demon, that dark and intimate specter that only you know, that gains strength in this new world. That brutal sensation of acid running through your veins, corroding, little by little, anything good and decent you might have left inside you, turning it into pain, rot, and emptiness. Good God, what have I done? What have I done? Why are you showing me this? Please, answer me. Who was I before the catastrophe? Before the world collapsed? Do I really want to know? God, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of myself.
I'll get my stuff.
You have to let those boys go. They're innocent. You've got the wrong people.
What are you insinuating, rat? You better have a good reason for saying something like that, or we'll splatter your brains all over the wall of shame, and then use the kids for target practice.
I know who the guilty party is. I know who committed the crime. And I know where he is.
Hey, we've got to hear this. Start talking, rat.
Okay. Here goes. I hope those pigs take the bait. Because if they find out the truth, I'm a dead man. The murderer was a deranged man I met in the city a few hours ago. He told me he was desperate. Tired of the humiliation and violence he had to face every day. He was determined to do something crazy. I didn't believe him at the time, but now I see that he wasn't kidding. After the attack, he committed suicide by jumping into the cesspit next to the camp road. You'll find him there. His face is unrecognizable from hitting the rocks and scraping against the rubble. But I'm sure you'll find the murder weapon next to his body.
We'll check out your story and see if it holds up.
We're approaching what looks like a body. It looks like that worm was right. Over.
What a mess. What the hell happened to his face?
Meh, who cares?
We found the guilty party with the murder weapon. Let those kids go. And unlock the camp gate. Over.
You can come in now, rat.
I brought the morphine for your husband, just as I promised. This woman in this house gave me the chills. Let's get this over with as soon as possible.
So you've come for your money. Is that it, you rat?
You offered it to me. I didn't ask for anything in return.
No, you're right. Yeah, I guess you've earned it. That's what we agreed. I'm an honest woman. I think you have a very wrong impression of me. Take your money, Michael.
All right. Thank you and good luck. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around the camp.
Wait! Michael, is it money that you want? I have more money. I still have some savings. Those camp rats didn't manage to take it all. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I don't understand.
My husband is about to die. Without him, we'll be nobodies. Me and the kids. The soldiers don't even show us any respect anymore. A while ago, they broke in here to take them away, with no explanation. And it didn't matter to them in the least whose children they were. But if you stay here, all that could change. I still have some contacts. I could arrange for you to become the new Camp Mo. You're not like the rest of those rats out there, Michael. You're one of us. We'd be important again. We'd keep our privileges. Or do you want to be just another beggar in this sewer? I can't lower myself to that. I'd do anything. Stay here with us, Michael.
No. I don't doubt for a second that this woman will be capable of anything, like a cornered scorpion. I don't think that would be a good idea. It would be better for me to leave. Take good care of those boys. They're good kids.
Yeah, get out of here, you disgusting rat. You're all alike. In this camp, all you rats are alike. I don't need you. I don't need any of you. You're just waiting to see us fall. But I won't give you the satisfaction, you disgusting rats. I'll do what I have to do, but you won't see me crawling around in the trash like you.
A cornered scorpion, surrounded by flames that are closing in. I think it would be best not to speak to this woman ever again. She could be dangerous.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Excuse me? What did you call me?
You're Mr. Sleepyhead. I saw you sleeping in Colin's trailer. I'm so glad you're awake now.
I wasn't asleep. I was sick for a long time in that trailer.
No, you weren't sick. You were sleeping. Like a big brown bear, Sir Sleepyhead. Sometimes I used to watch you sleeping in Rod's house, and you would grunt in your sleep like a bear. A great big lazy bear, Mr. Sleepyhead. But I'm glad you're awake now. I like your voice. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale.
Mr. Sleepyhead? No, that's not my name. I'm Michael.
No, you're just trying to fool me. You're Mr. Sleepyhead. My name is Rose.
There's something odd about this girl's behavior. It's true that she's very young, but she talks like a little girl. Nice to meet you, Rose. So, do you know Rod and Colin too?
Of course. I go over to their house a lot. Well, when they let me out of the van, that is. Rod and his wife have been very nice to me. Sometimes they let me play with Colin. We're very good friends. Are you a friend of Rod's and Colin's too, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, I'm friends with them too.
Do you want me to tell you a secret, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Of course.
I have your old clothes. The ones you were wearing when Rod and his wife found you. I have them in the van. They were going to throw them away, but they gave them to me to wrap my baby in. He'll be cold now that winter's coming.
Your baby? You have a baby, Rose?
Yes, I have a baby, but he's not with me right now. He got lost. Have you seen him? Do you know where he is? I have another secret to tell you, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Back in the van, Rose, now. Move your ass. Get in there.
Another secret? Just a minute. Wait!
Get in that van, Rose.
It's a very important secret, Mr. Sleepyhead. Something about you. Something about before the Great Wave. But first I have to find my baby. Have you seen him?
Come on, Rose, you heard me. You don't want to get us mad now, do you?
I have to go. Goodbye, Mr. Sleepyhead.
Poor girl. She's obviously mentally ill. She's just a little girl in a grown-up's body.
And you? If you want to go in there with her, you gotta pay like everybody else.
I brought money. Let me see Rose.
Hey, this is a lot of dough, pal.
So, is it enough?
More than enough. This'll get you into Rose's van for the rest of the night. All you can eat. Have a good time with our Minnie Mouse, but be careful with the merchandise. You know how it works. You break it, you buy it.
Yeah, I get it.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead. You came back.
Hello, Rose.
Are you here to save me? Have you brought me my baby? They won't let me leave here to look for him. He's all I have left in the world. I don't have anyone else. Will you help me? That's why you came back, isn't it? Or did you come back for the other thing? Do you want me to take off my clothes and lie down on the mattress?
No, I don't want you to lie down. Tell me, Rose, why can't you leave here?
It's because of them. They don't let me go any farther than that empty lot over there. They say I have to be ready in case a client comes. They only let me go see Rod and Colin in their trailer every once in a while.
And why don't you run away?
Those men are too scary, Mr. Sleepyhead. They yell at me and hit me if I don't do what they say. Sometimes they lock me in here in the dark for hours. And I'm afraid the soldiers will come back. They say they'll call them, and if I don't behave, they'll hurt me again. I'm so afraid of the dark. Aren't you? Colin is afraid of the dark too. Before he got sick, he told me, and now they won't let me see him anymore.
I like the light better. Do you like the lights in my room, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, they're very pretty, Rose.
It's like it's Christmas every day, isn't it? But the one who scares me most is the hunter. He's always ordering everyone around with a voice like an angry lion. He even gives orders to those men outside. He's like a horrible big dog about to bite you. I get the shivers every time he comes to visit me. But I like your voice very much, Mr. Sleepyhead. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale.
And I'm your princess.
I'd like to talk to you, Rose. You told me you had a secret to tell me. I need to hear it.
Yes, Mr. Sleepyhead. I know a secret about you. It's something very important. But I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Because you haven't brought me my baby. I asked you to help me and you haven't done it. I want to hold my baby again and rock him to sleep. Aren't we friends anymore, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, of course we're still friends. But Rose, please. I need to know what it is. What is the secret?
Okay, I'll give you a clue. It's a riddle. I have something of yours from before the Great Wave. It's the key for you to lock and unlock your chest of dreams, you sleepy bear. But I won't give it to you unless I can hold my baby again.
The key to my chest of dreams? I don't know what the devil she's talking about. But if it's the Great Wave, no doubt it could help me recover my past. Rose, I don't have time for games. Give me whatever you have, please.
No, no! You have to help me first. Please bring me my baby. I want to rock him to sleep again, like in the picture on the wall. Have you seen the picture of my baby and me? It was taken before the Great Wave. I have no one else. I need my baby. Bring him to me. Bring him to me! Bring him to me!
Hey, pal! You can have a good time with our Minnie Mouse, but don't mess up the merchandise! Don't make us come in there. You know how it works. You break it, you buy it.
All right, Rose, all right. Calm down. You said you don't have anyone. Where is your family?
I don't know, Mr. Sleepyhead. The last time I saw them was when that great wave came. They said they were leaving, but that they'd come back to find me, and then they left me alone with my baby. They told me they'd only come back if I took good care of him, if I held him and rocked him to sleep, like in the picture on the wall. Did you see my baby and me in the picture, Mr. Sleepyhead? But someone took him while I was asleep. You see, I had this dream while those soldiers were hurting me. Do you like to dream, Mr. Sleepyhead?
It depends on the dream, Rose.
I dream about my baby a lot, sleeping in his little cradle. And I also dream about my room in the house I used to live in before the Great Wave. The sun came in through the window every morning and lit up everything. Sometimes it looked like the walls were going to catch fire. This room is darker. I don't like the dark. That's when they come and hurt me. And sometimes they lock me here in the dark to punish me if I don't do what they say. Have you brought me my baby, Mr. Sleepyhead?
That poor girl is more disturbed than I thought. It looks like her mind hasn't been able to deal with all the pain of these last few months. Someone needs to get her out of here. No, Rose. I'm sorry. I haven't brought you your baby. Goodbye, Rose. I should be going now.
No, don't go. Please. Will you help me, Mr. Sleepyhead? Will you bring me my baby? And will you bring me a cradle like this one in the picture? Be my knight in shining armor. Bring me what I ask and I'll give you the answer. The key to unlock your chest of dreams.
I'll try, Rose. I promise. It's a page torn out of a very old magazine. In her delirium, poor Rose thinks it's a photograph of her and her baby taken before the Great Wave.
Huh? Leaving us so soon? Hey, you're quick, pal. So, how'd our little mouse do?
I don't have anything else to discuss with you two.
Okay, come back anytime you like. You paid for her. The door to the van is open to you all night long.
Michael, thank God you've come back. Colin is worse. His trances are getting longer and deeper. My wife and I are afraid the end is near. Please tell me that you've brought the medicine to cure his disease.
This is going to be very hard. But this man deserves to know the truth. I owe him that. I'm sorry, Rod. You have to see this. It's an army report. It says that the cure we were talking about doesn't exist. That it never existed.
No, but there has to be a cure. There has to be hope for us. The vultures are starting to gather around our trailer, waiting for the end so they can take my son's belongings. Colin himself can see them from the window of his room.
Calm down, Rod.
Don't tell me to calm down! You've brought ruin to this house. You've come to sentence Colin to death. But that drug exists. It has to exist!
Listen to me, Rod. I've done everything in my power to find the drug, but there is no such thing. Try to understand. There's no cure for the dissolved.
The dissolved? I warned you, Michael. I warned you not to use that word in this house! Get out of here! Get out of our lives forever!
Wait, Rod. I'm sorry. But you promised to help me. You promised to help me get my identity back.
Help you? You've ruined our lives. You've condemned our little boy to death. Get out of here. Get out of here at once!
Michael? Michael, I have to talk to you. I have a message. I have a message from her.
My God, it's Colin. A message from her?
Michael! Michael, please! She told me to talk to you.
Where do you think you're going? Don't you dare go into that room. You're not welcome in this house anymore.
But the boy, he called out to me by name.
Colin's delirious. He doesn't even know who you are. Get away from my family immediately.
Michael! Michael! I have a message from her. It's very important.
Damn you. Don't go near that door. Get out of this house! Listen, Michael. We have a gun in that room with 2 bullets in it. Don't make me waste one of them on you.
It's all right, Rod. Calm down. I'm leaving.
And as for you, vultures, drawn by the scent of death, I won't let you take anything. You hear me? Not a single thing! When this is over, when he's gone, I'll make sure there's nothing left for you. You won't get anything! You won't get anything.
Let's see what's in here. There's nothing coming out of the hole. Whatever's in this drum must be solid. Let's see what's in here. There's nothing coming out of the hole, though it weighs a ton. Whatever it is in this drum must be solid. Okay, so we'll make a hole in one of these drums. Blah. This must be the poisonous concoction they serve as a beverage in the bar. The drum is already empty enough. I think I can now get rid of this old hand drill. I doubt I'll be using it again. With its contents spilled all over the ground, the punctured drum doesn't seem so heavy anymore. This is the only way I can think of to draw those thugs out of their den.
What the hell is going on now?
Another power failure. Go figure, nothing works in this damn camp.
This damn sewer is gonna be the end of us.
Everything's okay. Calm down and shut your mouth. You, light some candles. Get us some light in here. And you, come with me and take a look.
It would be better if they didn't see me around here.
Hey, look! The main cable is broken. How could that have happened?
I don't know, maybe the wind or a bird.
Bunch of idiots. The cable's cut. This was sabotage.
Yep. And here are the tools he used to do it. Gloves and a pair of bolt cutters.
Damn it. I can kiss that stuff goodbye.
Sabotage? Someone sabotaged us? Who would dare?
I haven't the faintest idea.
What happened, Hank?
Hey, Mike. Nothing in particular. It's nice to see you around here, dude. Some idiotic camp electrician wanted to practice on our place. That's all. We'll give him a fitting reward when we find him. You know, fair's fair. So, tell me, what brings you to these parts?
I wanted to talk business with you.
Business? Of course, Mike. You know, in these hard times, we all have to help each other. I'm sure we'll be able to make a deal. Come inside and sit down with me. And you, fix this. All right, dude. You told me you wanted to talk business. So, here we are. Shoot.